Hello, I'm Ollie Johnson and welcome to Solent Sports News. Tyson Fury is looking to continue his unbeaten record in his trilogy showdown with Deontay Wilder tomorrow night. In the Fury camp, the build has been far from smooth sailing after the original summer date had been postponed due to COVID infections. Yet the Brit is hoping to light up Las Vegas with a devastating knockout.
You ain't getting up because I brought my 6-foot-inch nails and I bought a big hammer from Alabama, baby.
He's been battered by me twice, and he's going to get done in again for a third time, so he has got no legacy. He's living in the past.
This went a right hand. It might have staggered Wilder. Fury going on the attack. Austin Fury down goes Wilder again. What a moment for the Gypsy King, Deontay Wilder. He can't even stand up. It's over. Tyson Fury has become the new WBC heavyweight champion of the world. As the corner has thrown in the towel, there is a new champion, and his name is Tyson Fury.
There is early drama in Turkey ahead of Sunday's Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton will have a 10th-place grid penalty after being penalised for using too many engines. Mercedes have chosen to take a fourth engine, which is one more than permitted. The decision is for performance and reliability reasons and will mean Hamilton will join Carlos Sainz at the back of the grid. We are joined by F1 journalist Conor Godfrey. How did you see this race playing out?
It's definitely going to be a difficult race for Hamilton. He's received a 10-place grid penalty, and it's going to be difficult for him to catch up with the rest of the pack. Although last time out we did see Verstappen catch up, starting from the back of the pack and finish second. So it's not out of the question that Hamilton is or could end up on a podium. It's a very, very important race in the title challenge. Currently Hamilton only sits 2 points ahead of Verstappen, so he will be hoping to make up ground early on.
Newcastle fans were out in full force yesterday, celebrating the joyous news that Mike Ashley's reign has come to an end. Newcastle's new owners are the richest owners in world football. Ex-Southampton and Newcastle striker Alan Shearer is hopeful Newcastle will make big steps in the right direction.
Well, you know, I think it's important that they don't just spend it on the team. I think the ground is shabby. It needs improving. The training ground needs improvement. They're going to invest in the city. Which is a great thing for our people here in Newcastle, because I think the city deserves that. But there's no doubt they need new players in. They need another 3 or 4 to help them get out of that battle that they're in relegation, and I'm sure they'll do that in January.
Manchester United star Cristiano Ronaldo can't stay out of the headlines today. This morning, the US court threw out a civil rape case against him. Following this, the Portuguese captain was named Premier League Player of the Month. The forward has had an impressive start to his second spell at United, hitting the ground running by scoring 5 goals since his return. The Welsh national team can take a huge step in their world qualifying campaign tonight. Rob Page's side travelled to the Czech Republic, level on points with their hosts with a crucial game in hand. With former Southampton midfielder Gareth Bale among their heavy injury list, it could be a tough night for them, but Rob Page remains confident that his team can cope with the pressure.
Players have been involved in big games again, with crowds. You know, COVID's been different because a lot of the season before has been without supporters and crowds, and obviously less intimidating. But there's enough experience in that team to be able to cope with that. I've got no doubt in that whatsoever.
A late Theo Hernandez strike sends France into the UEFA Nations League final after beating Belgium 3-2 last night. First half goals from Yannick Carrasco and Romelu Lukaku gave Belgium the lead, only for Karim Benzema and Kylian Mbappe to level the scores. In the 90th minute, Hernandez struck from the edge of the box to take the world champions through. Eastleigh FC are back in action tomorrow afternoon. The Spitfires travel to Wealdstone in an attempt to return to winning ways after losing to Southend United on Tuesday. Ben Streven's side have had a checkered start to the season and are currently sat in 16th position in the Vanarama national table. A Nigerian sprinter has been charged with 3 anti-doping offences. Blessing Okagba, a rival to Great Britain's Dina Asher-Smith, was pulled out of the Tokyo Olympics after winning a 100-metre heat. The 32-year-old had tested positive for a banned substance during the Games and another one after. Okagba denies all the charges. Andy Murray has finally had his wedding ring and tennis shoes returned after they went missing in the Californian desert. The former Wimbledon champion had left them outside to dry, forgetting that his ring was tied to the laces. After his online appeal, they had been returned to his hotel, and Murray has joked that he's back in his wife's good books.
Would you believe it? They still absolutely stink, but the shoes are back, the wedding ring is back, and I'm back in the good books. Let's go!
18 former NBA players have been charged with fraud and aggravated identity theft. A string of arrests across the US have seen one-time first draft pick Terrence Williams amongst the 16 ex-players to get custody. The group are accused of claiming $2.5 million in payouts in the scheme, with Williams funneling his way to the money. World Rugby will bid to ban red and green kit clashes in international matches in time for the 2027 Rugby World Cup. This is to help sufferers of colour blindness, including players, officials and fans. Colourblind awareness says that 1 in 12 men and 1 in 200 women in the world have the condition. Just a recap of our top stories. Tyson Fury will be fighting Deontay Wilder tomorrow night in an attempt to defend his WBC belt. Wilder did hold the title for a number of years, defeating a number of world-level boxers. Lewis Hamilton will have a 10-place grid penalty. We're doing 7 minutes.